What's up, Phoenicians? This is Zach. Welcome back to the channel. This is my second time recording this video today because first time I recorded it, I didn't like what I had, and I didn't like the content that I had, I didn't like how I said it. Bear with me if I feel like my voice sounds like I'm being monotonous because, you know, this is my second time saying some of this stuff. But as promised today, I wanted to talk about kind of the difference between living here in Japan and being an exchange student. And there's a benefit, and then there's like a detractions from being, from actually living here like I do. And one of the main benefits is I feel like I have a better knowledge of Japan than a lot of people do, because I feel like, living here for a long period of time, not just a year, not just a semester, allows me to kind of grasp the knowledge a lot easier, I think, because I'm sort of thrust into this whole thing. I'm thrust into living here, having to completely adapt to their way of life. I mean, some of that's good, some of that's bad, but I feel like I'm able to kind of understand this country a little bit easier. The one thing though that I really noticed that is kind of a detraction from living here is, I'm definitely off the beaten path when it comes to my traditional education environment. Like, I went to school in Arizona for a couple of years and then I came here. I transferred here. And that's completely unusual. I mean, think about it. It's unusual for anyone to kind of go up and out of their country for a very long period of time, but especially if it's an American context. It's especially unusual for Japanese people to meet someone who actually transferred here as a student, rather than just an exchange student. The one thing about Japan is, if you stray off the beaten path, they don't like it. The Japanese people try to avoid stuff that's uncomfortable to them. Definitely doing what I'm doing is very unusual. Some Japanese kind of look at me, they're like, why did you leave your old school? I mean, now this is your old frame. That's the whole issue with group mentality in Japan. And that goes to my second point, and that's an advantage I see for myself. I'm able to kind of, even though I'm off the beaten path, I'm able to still make a sizable group of Japanese friends and kind of adapt to the Japanese thing as much as I can, as much as I badmouth the Japanese way of doing things. Whereas I notice a lot of the exchange students at my university often spend a lot of time with each other. They don't really go out with Japanese people as much as I would normally do, and they typically form a nice, close, tight-knit group of friends. And that's a good thing and that's a bad thing. The good thing about that is, these people have their bonds. Like, they have this bond together. Like, they adapted to the whole thing. They, whatever culture shock, they live together sometimes at the dorms. And they do that together, and that's what bonds them together. Whereas for me, I'm doing this by myself. I have to kind of force myself into making friends and stuff like that, because I hate being by myself. I'm the type of guy that I just can't sit in my room all day. I have to go out and do something. Being an exchange student, in my opinion, that's one of the advantages. But it's also a disadvantage, as they don't really get to be amongst Japanese people as much as I am. Also, a disadvantage I see that is also somewhat of an advantage is I get first-hand experience as to how shitty the Japanese bureaucracy is. Oh man, getting an apartment, getting my phone, getting a bank account, getting all that stuff taken care of, getting my scholarship money sent to me, all that stuff was a pain in the ass. And it started with finding an apartment, because they're like, you need a cell phone, you need a phone that we can contact you with, and a bank account. I'm like, okay. So I go to the phone place the same day, because I was like, yeah, I need a phone, I can't survive here without a phone. They're like, you need an address, an apartment, and a bank account. So I go to the bank account, they're like, you need an address and a phone. So it's like the Bermuda Triangle. I need all three of these things. At the very beginning, like the first 2 weeks of my entire Japanese life, it just took a lot of prodding and trying to get around the bureaucracy, and everyone's like, nope, it's a rule, it's a rule, it's a rule, it's a rule, oh my god! The Japanese rules, oh my god, so bad. That's the huge thing, but like, at least I know how to do it now. My phone that I have here is unlocked, so when I come back, I'll just say, hey, when I come back after I graduate, I can say, hey, I'm a former customer, I got this phone here. Easy, right? So that's the thing. So I'm able to kind of understand the bureaucracy a little bit better. So what I recommend for you guys is, if you really are serious about coming here and you want to learn about Japan, I would first spend like a summer abroad like I did, and kind of do like a summer session program, see what it's like. There's a number of summer session programs. My university's, I went through what's called CIEE. If you check out their web, just Google them, and they have good programs for summer abroad, summer abroad stuff. And if you really like it, like I did, transfer. Easy. Seriously, it was very easy to transfer. You just have to submit your SAT, ACT scores, and write an essay, and essays are easy, for me at least. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I want you guys down below to leave some comments, some questions, and what I'll do is every week I'll answer some questions about Japan. And I'm gonna try to make this a weekly thing. You know, I'm gonna read all the comments that you guys post about, you know, about Japan, and I want to answer as many as I can. So start leaving those down below in the comment section of my videos, especially the Japan videos. Or tweet me. You know, my Twitter link's down below as well. Also, give me some advice on how to, you know, end the videos, or how to make my videos better, or even on topics, like Japan topics, down below in the comments. I don't know how to end these videos. I don't know how to end this video, so I'm gonna throw a penguin at you. See ya!